And I ain't gonna fake it, bro. It's spooky hours when you find out these hoes ain't washing their ass, man. Real shit, bro. I ain't gonna fake it, man. This whole bathing debate got me really questioning fucking outside my race, bro. These white hoes is not washing their ass, bro. This shit is crazy. Real shit, man. Let's go ahead and get to this shit, man. All right, fuck it, let's get it. Yes, sir. What's poppin' with y'all? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Until Further Notice podcast. I am the flyest, highest, coolest, smoothest host of them all. OG Hatch, man. You know the fuck it is, man. What's up with the people, man? How the fuck we doing, man? It's episode 54, bro. We knocking these motherfucking episodes out fast as a motherfucker. Week by week, man. We slowly but surely getting onto that 100th episode, man. We on the grind on 100. The shit don't motherfucking me stop, man. I want to shout out to everybody that's been tapping in, fucking with the kids since day motherfucking me once. It's episode 1. It's really humbling. It's really surprising to see. I only like using the word fan base, but it's always surprising to see it's a group of motherfuckers that's been fucking with the boy for over a year now, week in and week out. You know what I'm saying? On a consistent basis, just fucking with me and taking part and tagging along on this journey on the grind of 100, man. I can only imagine what the 100th episode gonna sound like and look like on this motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you, this motherfucking year, we taking it up another notch, bro. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel this shit in my bones, guys. Like the grind right now, I'm too dedicated to it. Ain't nothing else in the world that's more important than this podcast right now. I feel like within the first year of this podcast, man, I was putting a lot of shit before this podcast, a lot of people before this podcast. I was putting a lot of people before myself last year. And it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's always, I tell myself and I tell other motherfuckers, is every once in a while, bro, it feels good to put people ahead of you. You know, I'm a nigga with no kids. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I'm a bachelor. I'm a single man. So a lot of times, well, for the most part, I have the right to be selfish. And I love being selfish as fuck. I'm a selfish motherfucker. But it's like, every once in a while, it feels good to put other motherfuckers ahead of you before you make sure other people are taken care of and things like that. Now, the moment you have kids and shit like that, that shit go out the motherfucking window. That's why, my friend, I've always taken precaution. I love this selfish shit, man. Real shit. But on a serious note, man, to be completely honest with you, man, this year I just feel it, bro. The grind I got dedicated and ideas I got for this podcast and the shit that I want to do this year, this upcoming year, within the next few months of this podcast for you guys, it's nothing short of hard work and dedication that needs to be applied to that. And that's what I'm willing to do for you guys, man. Because I just love being able to come in here week in and week out. You know what I'm saying? And knowing when I put these motherfucking episodes out, it's motherfuckers waiting on this shit. When the episode don't come out, it's motherfuckers hitting me up talking about some, yo, where the shit at? You know what I'm saying? Where's the fix type shit? So it's like, I got to make sure week in and week out, I give y'all nothing but my best effort. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we can go ahead and get into this week, man. I ain't going to lie to y'all, though. I know we on the grind at 100. I know, you know what I'm saying? I always talk about the shit that's going on here in these motherfucking me streets, but I'm going to keep it a bean with you, fam. I don't think shit happened this past week. I'm going to be honest. I don't think shit really happened. I don't know if I just been in my own little world. I don't know if I just been too focused on the motherfucking me grind. But I don't know. Ain't shit really happened this past week. Not compared to last week's episode. I feel like I was just running away with time. I ain't have enough time to talk about the shit that was going on last time. I've been so blindsided about finding out that these white hoes really don't be washing their ass. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've always heard about it. I've always heard, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers saying white chicks and you know, European chicks don't be washing their ass. But it's like, as a nigga that done been down that side of the road before, I ain't necessarily believe it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fucking no dirty European hoes. But it's like, I keep seeing all these videos of white women talking about they don't wash their ass every day. Like, the shit is blowing my mind. Like, this shit is crazy in the midst of a pandemic, Delta variant and all. When you start finding out that these hoes ain't washing their ass every day, well, they getting up debating if they should wash their pussy or not. That's some wild shit, fellas. We got to talk about this. This is where we got to put our foot down. fam, I'm not eating no more. I'm not eating. Look, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna play this clip because the clip is long. It's like 4 minutes, but it only takes 33 seconds. It only takes 33 seconds when you realize that these hoes is trife. When I say these hoes is trife, man. Shout out to Daily. What's this? Daily Pop? Yeah, man. Shout out to the motherfucking me, Daily Pop. Listen to this bullshit, bro. These hoes is trife, dog. Look at this shit.
Is necessary, or do you shower only when you feel dirty? This is a real, I swear to God, this is a real thing. Well, I don't shower every day.
Like, listen to this shit, bro. This is the shit that we gotta put up with. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, listen to this shit, bro.
Your opinion on another big debate in Hollywood. It's very weird, but it's going around bathing. What is your thoughts on bathing? I know this is a real thing.
Shout out to Daily Pop. Shout out to World Star. Shout out to Daily Pop.
Or do you shower only when you feel dirty? This is a real, I swear to God, this is a real thing. Well, I don't shower every day.
That baby looks.
My hair, I wash my hair every 4 days. If I'm feeling icky, I'll get in the shower. Whether that's every day, that maybe, but it could be every 3 days.
What?
I try to keep myself clean though. Like,
what?
Like my kids smell or something. I just take some, washcloth and some soap to it. I might not have to clean my whole body. Yeah, right. And then I got a debate to clean the. There you go. So I don't necessarily have to shower.
No, okay, so we gotta stop it. That baby looks just like Ice-T, by the way. That's wild. Like, I'm not saying nothing wrong, but that baby looks just like Ice-T, fam. Like, I'm gonna leave it at that. That baby looks just like Ice-T. But it's kind of upsetting. Like, what the fuck is Coco talking about, fam? Like, I keep seeing videos like this. Why is this a debate? Why is motherfuckers not washing their ass proper, fam? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is she talking about? What is she talking about, y'all? What, like, we have to stop. We have to stop acting like this isn't alarming. We gotta start acting like this shit ain't trifling. We gotta start calling motherfuckers out. When you start going through a COVID pandemic, it's a Delta variant out here. And we already knew, motherfuckers wasn't washing their hands. We knew that. We knew niggas was nasty. We knew that. But I don't know, man. I feel like motherfuckers is crossing the line when they talking about they not even washing their ass. She just said she goes every other 3 days, fam. I want all the friends of the show, and I don't even mean to start the podcast off with this bullshit. Trust me, I really didn't. But I feel like as somebody who's, like I said, who's fucked thick white hoes, who's fucked European women, I feel like I gotta talk about this because I'm questioning every move I've ever made. Like ever since I've come across these clips, these videos, the guys, I've been traumatized because I remember just looking at certain shit. I used to be like, "What the fuck?" Like, nah, bitch. I remember one time, like, no bullshit. This may not sound as nasty to y'all, but this is so disgusting to me. I was fucking with this chick, bro. No bullshit. I was fucking with this chick. We fucking, boom, we smashing, you know what I'm saying? And she want to go hop in the shower. All right, it's cool with me. Go hop in the shower, baby. She go get in the motherfucking me shower. And then she get out the shower. No dry off. No nothing. She don't dry off. She don't do none of that shit. She just crawls in the bed. And I'm sitting there like, that's some nasty shit. Because to me, when I think of just wet shit, just like, I'm thinking of mildew, I'm thinking of bacteria, I'm thinking of all that shit. I don't like just being moist. Like, I don't like just, and I hate using that. Moist is a nasty ass, like, moist. I hate that motherfucking word. But I feel like anytime you just damp in the bed, you know what I'm saying? Your sheets and shit is damp. You know what I'm saying? Your shit sticking all on you. Like, that shit is nasty, dirty shit to me. And when I seen that, like I said, this bitch was thick. Bitch was fine. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to work on my bitches and hoes, but look, man. I am who I am. You can like it or love it. But it's like when I seen that, I'm like, damn, bro, this is nasty ass shit. This was my bed too. Like, I want to make sure I put that out there. This was my bed. So I'm just even more disturbed. Everything is heightened to the highest level because it's my shit. I don't do it and you doing it in my bed. So now I'm offended. Now I gotta fuck you until you get the fuck out. Ain't no Chick-fil-A for you. But it's like when I remember those experiences, you know what I mean? And then you start saying shit like what Coco's saying and what these other people in Hollywood is saying, that they don't wash their ass. It's like, fam, what is going on? Like Coco, if I'm not mistaken, fam, Coco done had some work done, some plastic surgery done, all that. I'm pretty sure you got to keep that shit clean. I don't know. maybe I'm ignorant to this shit, but I know once you get like silicone and plastic and shit and work done to your body, like you got to keep that shit in shape. You got to at least keep that shit clean. Like them ain't natural parts. You got to keep that shit clean, baby. So it's like when her and Coco talk about this, and then seeing these other two women on the Daily Pop, shout out to the Daily Pop once again for using that clip. But it's like once you see these other two women agreeing with her, it's like, bitches is nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like this is some nasty, wild shit, dog. Like, it really got me questioning whether I'm ever gonna fuck a white chick ever again, bro. Really? And look, it could be black women out here that's doing that, but I ain't gonna believe it. If it's one thing, black women overclean. They got a motherfucking me whole cabinet full of shit to clean their motherfucking me body. I ain't never went to a white chick house and seen that many fucking cleaning supplies. Let me be honest with you. I gotta keep it a buck. I ain't never been to a white chick crib, bro. I've never been to a white chick crib and seen the little basket on the motherfucker next to the sink full of shit. I ain't seen it. I haven't seen it, bro. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I haven't seen it. And this isn't trying to make it seem like all white chicks is dirty. But I ain't seen it. Y'all the ones putting it out there. I ain't washing y'all ass on the reg, baby. Like that's some nasty, dirty, trifling shit. And now when I think about it, I've never been to a white chick's house and it was all to smell good. It was all, I've never seen it. All my white female listeners send that shit to my DM. Send that shit to my DMs, dog. Snapchat that shit to me. I need to see it because as of right now, in my mind, I'm thinking y'all some nasty motherfuckers. Coco got y'all here looking bad. Real shit, man. Moving on, man. I want to get into, betting on yourself. There's been a lot of talks about, people betting on themselves as of late. And I think it's important to identify the difference between betting on yourself and just flat out making wrong decisions. I first want to start this off by saying, I feel like as a culture, as black people, period, as black men, I think it's important to bet on yourself. Black women as well. I think it's important to bet on yourself because a lot of times, man, and I even fall victim to it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I even fall victim to this shit. Sometimes you work yourself up to a certain position and you just get cool. You start getting comfortable with the shit, the benefits that shit gets you. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you never had a straight real plan, you know what I'm saying? When you never had a real plan to what you gonna do with yourself, or how you gonna be getting your money and shit like that. Sometimes when you get to a certain position and you start reaping benefits from that shit, sometimes you get content with that. And I think a lot of times people get confused with the short term versus the long term success. And short term success always looks fucking great. I ain't never seen short term success that didn't look fucking magnificent. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when you even the bitch you fucking the bitch you was fucking with for the shortest amount of time versus the bitch you was fucking with the longest, you gonna think highly of that bitch you was fucking with for a few months, bro. That's just how it go. That's just how it go, man. Well, at least in my world, let me just say that every chick I've known, the least compared to the chick I've known the longest, it's night and day, fam. It's truly night and motherfucking day. But when it comes to betting on yourself, man, I just think you gotta be able to take that risk, take that jump, take that next step. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit not set up for us to succeed like that. How we all want to. You know what I'm saying? When you look up today and you start seeing all these motherfuckers just get into a bag, and you start seeing these motherfuckers touching these M's, and you see these motherfuckers driving these nice ass cars, living these life, traveling all the world all the motherfucking time. That's because you see them taking a lot of risks, fam. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a gambling motherfucker. I don't take a lot of risks. I take a risk like twice a year. I take a big risk like twice a motherfucking year. Because when it comes to betting on yourself, I think, like I say, it's important to identify when you just betting on yourself or you're just making a badass fucking decision. Because sometimes I think a lot of people be making bad decisions and just try to cover that shit with saying they betting on themselves. And I think that's bad for the mental, and that's bad for the progression, and that's bad to be showing examples for the people that's watching, because you never know who's watching. Because it's easy when one foot say I bet on myself, you can't really argue with that. Because it's like, all right, nigga, you felt you could do something. I can't knock you for feeling you could do something. But when you don't take the actual time to think about all the possible outcomes, when you don't take the time to actually prepare to make that decision, to see if your life can actually, you know what I'm saying, if your life can motherfucking support that decision. Because a lot of times when motherfuckers make decisions, they don't think about, you know what I'm saying, 3-4 weeks down the line. Just because you got that money that this week, don't mean you're gonna have that shit next week. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know. Like you never know what the fuck is gonna happen. And a lot of motherfuckers, like I said, motherfuckers don't take into consideration whether or not their actual lifestyle can actually support the decision that they make. And another reason why I want to bring up the whole betting on yourself shit is because, like I said, you know, it's been that phrase has been thrown around a lot. You know what I'm saying? And in the NBA, you got niggas like Dennis Schroeder right now. The craziest situation in the world. This nigga was playing for the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Title contender. Nigga 26 years old, 26, 27. And Lakers offered him a 4-year, $85 million contract. He turned it down. A nigga like me, I'm thinking this nigga's crazy. But nigga's throwing that term around. He betting on himself. He feel he $100 million nigga. I'm never gonna tell a man what they worth. If you say you worth that, nigga, you worth that. But you only worth what a motherfucker gonna pay you. That's a fact. You can think you worth $1 billion motherfucking me dollars. Nigga only gonna pay you motherfucking me 2.5 million. Vet minimum. But like I said, nigga offered $85 million from the Lakers, fam. The Lakers, best fucking organization in the league, tied for number one in the chips. Got LeBron and AD already there. It's a big ass market, and it's California, fam. It's LA. Lakers just won a chip in October. They just won a chip 2 NBA seasons ago. But last year in October, the Lakers was holding up the championship. And you turned down a 4-year, $85 million contract, betting on yourself. It's cool. Because if it work out, nigga, you lit. But if it don't work out, you have to live with the fact you turned down $85 million. So when you fast forward to now, present time, it's news breaking that Dennis Schroeder is signing a 1-year deal for $5 million with the Boston Celtics. Now you got everybody talking about, oh, he bet on himself, he did this, they didn't bet on his motherfucking self. You gotta call that shit for what it is. That was a bad motherfucking decision, fam. Because everything niggas be saying that they want, you get offered that shit. Dennis Schroeder said he wanted to be the leading point guard for a big market, for a playoff team in a big market. The nigga got offered an $85 million multi-year contract to be a point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. Everything you wanted, you got offered, fam. So I don't give a fuck how niggas try to qualify betting on yourself. Because like I said, I'm down for it. You gotta bet on yourself to get ahead in this life. And unless you in one of those rare positions to where motherfuckers just hand feed you, spoon feed you shit to let you get by, your family is set, you can just live off, your family name. Cool. But that ain't everybody's situation. Motherfucker, that ain't 99% of motherfucker's situation. So you gotta bet on yourself to get by. But you have to take in the simple, everything, all the possible outcomes. When Dennis Schroeder was sitting there and he was getting offered $85 million, from the fucking Los Angeles Lakers, you have to take in consideration that, nigga, if I turn this down, I can be taking a 1-year deal for a team that I don't even want to fucking play for. Because now you signed up to be a fucking backup point guard in Boston, when you could have been the starting point guard for the Lakers with LeBron and AD, making almost closer to $100 million. But it's like everybody saying he bet on himself. You didn't bet on your motherfucking self. Betting on yourself is actually doing some smart shit. Betting on yourself is actually thinking about this shit, thinking about all the possible outcomes that can happen right here. Thinking about what you can gain from this, what you can lose from this, who's depending on you. You gotta think about all that shit. You can't just be like, oh, they give me 85, so shit, I know the next nigga gonna give me 100. That ain't how this shit work. No, nigga, we was trying to give you 85 because nigga, we thought we needed you at that time. In the midst of a motherfucking pandemic, niggas has turned down $85 million. Fuck that betting on yourself shit, my G. In the midst of a global pandemic, niggas turned down $85 million motherfucking dollars. It'll never make sense to me. I'm sorry. You don't see Bradley Beal turn down no fucking money on the worst team ever, but he ain't turning down no fucking money. I get traded later. You know what I'm saying? I get traded later, my G. Niggas ain't turned. You in the middle of a motherfucking pandemic, niggas turned down $85 million just to sign for fucking 5. Okay. Okay. Real motherfucking talk, man. It'll never make sense to me, dog. It'll never make fucking sense to me. A nigga can't make that shit make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not about not betting on yourself, but it's about making sure you're making the right decision. Before you place that fucking bet, my G, make sure you think about everything. Don't just think about the money. You gotta think about everything. You gotta think about the motherfuckers that you support, the motherfuckers that's dependent on you, the possible outcome if you don't take this deal. What happens if you do take this motherfucking deal? What's the pros and cons of that situation? The pros and cons of taking an $85 million contract in the city that you don't like is way better than taking a $5 million contract in a city where you ain't gonna be a starting point guard. I don't give a fuck if niggas don't want to play with LeBron James or Anthony Davis. You don't want to be Lil Bro. Nigga, I would be Lil Bro to any motherfucking body. But 85 big ones? Come on, man. That shit never make sense to me, dog. Real shit. Moving on, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. I got a question for everybody, man. What is the streets, fam? Like, real shit, what's the streets, dog? Like, I don't know. Like, look, man, since I've been really tapped into my own little shit, man, in my own little lane, I don't be tripping off what everybody else doing. I don't listen to nobody's podcast no more. I don't really watch nobody else shit. Like, I'm really just focused on my own shit, trying to make sure I get to where I want to be. But I came across some shit where it's like, I believe it was like Akademiks got a new a podcast now. Akademiks, they're big on the Twitch platform and stuff like that. Big on YouTube and shit like that. But now he jumping into the podcast world. Let's say everybody got a podcast now, bro. If you don't got a podcast now, bro, I really don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about anybody. If you even got some type of following on social media, it's super easy to just make a podcast and just like you a podcaster now. Because you're gonna have motherfuckers clicking on your shit and watching it, et cetera, et cetera. But we know how the shit go. If you popping, if you popping, you popping everywhere. So Akademiks got a podcast now. It was Wack 100 and Tekashi. And look, fam, what is the streets? Because look, I know Wack 100 for being a manager. I don't know about his street shit. Never heard about his street shit. Don't really care about his street shit. I think that's one thing a lot of motherfuckers gotta understand. Nobody cares about what you did in your hood. Because there's a hood, like maybe back in the day when all this shit was kind of new. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers, when this gang banging shit was new, maybe motherfuckers was a little bit more taken aback about hearing what your war stories. But nah, fam, in today's age, nobody gives a fuck about what the shit you did in the 80s and the 90s in your hood. I don't give a fuck about what no nigga did in their hood a week ago. You ain't gonna do that shit to me, to moi. You know what I'm saying? But that's how niggas is feeling. That's how niggas is feeling. And I'm not the nigga that's running around with the Draco. So imagine how a nigga that's running around with the Draco feel. But like I said, man, it's Wack 100 and Tekashi and Akademiks sitting down. And you got Tekashi, who's a rat. I'm not a street nigga, but I feel very comfortable in calling him a rat because he ratted on niggas and sent niggas to jail. Whenever you send niggas to jail during football years, bro, there's nothing you can say to any fucking body. Hold on, let me tell you, because I need to. When you send niggas to jail, fam, there's nothing you can say. That's very different from anything else a nigga can say. When you start sending niggas to jail, my G, nah, no. On a moral level, I ain't fucking with you. I'm not even a street nigga, bro. But you got Wack 100 there, who's quote unquote a street nigga, and I'm not even commenting on this to get into some street shit because I don't even classify this as street shit because you're sitting down with a rat who, nigga, you can look at him one sight and tell he's not a street nigga. But if you got a nigga that's sitting there claiming to be gangster and claiming to be certified and be niggas OGs and shit, how are you sitting down with a rat? Because we all know what this is for. You're looking for the bag. You're looking for the clout. You're looking to stay relevant. You're looking to just be for niggas to be talking about you. Because ever since this shit has come out, niggas has been talking about Wack 100. And like I said, I've never heard niggas besides the game talk about Wack 100 all my motherfucking life. All my life. So now niggas is talking about Wack 100 as a solo entity. He's not a manager no more. He Wack 100. But it's like, if you a street nigga, you willing to risk your reputation, willing to risk all the shit, the blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm saying? You willing to risk all that shit for 5 minutes of clout with a rat? Huh? That's what you doing? Like I said, I'm not even a street nigga, my boy. But it's just certain shit I wouldn't do, and it's just certain shit I know that's not accepted. So if being a rat is not accepted in the streets, how the fuck is hanging with a rat accepted in the streets? How, Wack? Make that make sense, man. You was willing to risk your whole anything your rep, your blood, sweat, and tears, your OG label for 5-10 minutes of fame with a rat? That's what you did? And like I said, maybe he understand what I understand, that niggas don't give a fuck about what he did. I told y'all that. Don't nobody care about that old shit, man. Don't nobody give a fuck about what you did in your hood. This is a hood everywhere. Every hood is one nigga in their hood that just got ranked. That's everywhere. Everywhere. And every hood is different. And yeah, like I said, nigga, you from Cali and all that. Yeah. But don't nobody give a fuck no more. And if niggas didn't give a fuck about your rank, but prior to you doing this shit with Tekashi, how you think niggas finna feel about your rank now you sitting down doing interviews with Tekashi? Like I just don't get it. Like I said, I judge niggas when they in their 40s. If I judge niggas in their 30s still gangbang, I'm judging you, fam. Where's your kids? Nigga, where's your kids? You ain't tired from working all day. Any nigga that go to work all day, every day, and still got the energy to gang oh shit. Get that nigga the Olympics. Real shit. Any nigga that go to work every day, all day, take care of their family, provide for their motherfucking me family, wash the cars, mow the lawn, you know what I'm saying? Take the kids to practice, you know what I'm saying? Cook breakfast for the kids, you know what I'm saying? Spend Sunday time with the kids. Any nigga that do all that family time shit and working shit, and he still got fucking energy and time to be gang banging, it's a different type of nigga. Get that nigga in the Olympics. Him versus Usain Bolt. I got my money on him. I got my money on Pookie cuz. Real shit, because to me, any nigga in their 30s that's still in the streets, bro, is something wrong. You have no dreams, you have no goals in life, you have nothing. That's just a fact. In my world, in my book, it's just a fact. I don't give a fuck. Unless you got 2 strikes and it's just really fucked up rough for you, any nigga that's in their 30s still in the street, even at that point, nigga, if you're an ex-convict, you better be a full-time car washer at that time. Like any nigga that's a straight, you been in and out the system. You better be trying to get it right. That's just how I feel. You better be trying to get it fucking right. So when you transition to a 40-year-old nigga that's still trying to live off the shit he did in the streets in his youth, it's like, man, you going out sad. Where's your wife? What does your wife think of this? Like at a certain point in time, like shouldn't your wife be telling you the corny shit that you doing? When you in your 40s arguing with 21 Savage, when you in your 40s ranting about some street shit, when you in your 40s telling like you would sock niggas the fuck out, what does your wife think? What does your kids think? Like motherfuckers ain't embarrassed. You don't feel like you're embarrassing nobody. Like I always thought that's what marriages was for sometimes. Like for your spouse to tell you, like, yo, you really bugging the fuck out. Like you really need to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's just what I thought. So it just made me wonder, man, what is the streets? Because even with Wack 100 doing a little interview with him and 21 Savage getting into it, and 21 Savage calling what's the boy name? Tekashi a rat and all that bullshit. But they come to find out 21 Savage was on the phone with Tekashi the night before for 30 to 40 minutes. What? Like, what is the streets, fam? What's the streets? What's the streets? I don't know. I don't even know what I feel more. I don't even what I'm more uncomfortable about. A street nigga doing an interview with a nigga, or a street nigga on the phone, you know, having a private phone call with a rat for 40 minutes. I don't even know. I don't know which is worse. I don't know which is worse. I don't even understand. Like, I don't even understand these new niggas. I don't understand the old niggas, apparently. I don't understand the streets, period, dog. I just don't. And look, don't get it confused. I've been around street niggas. Now that I'm out here in Phoenix, I'm be honest with you, ain't no street niggas out here. Ain't no street niggas out here in Phoenix, but I'm just keeping it a band with you. But it's like I know street niggas, fam. I ain't a stranger to the streets, but I never understood the shit. I never understood the seriousness that niggas took that, how niggas took that shit. And apparently 21 Savage don't either. Because 21 Savage, I'm thinking he's supposed to be one of the new gangsters. He got a knife on his forehead. Niggas is talking all this shit about niggas being rats and snitches and shit. How are you on the phone with this nigga? I just always thought if you a street nigga, you distance away from snitches. Fuck snitches. Snitches shouldn't be able to get in contact with you. You don't get in contact with snitches. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to discuss. None of that shit. But that's not the case. This nigga, apparently, you niggas had something to discuss. You on the phone with this nigga. So that was the one thing I agree with Wack 100 on. Like, nigga, how you gonna get mad talking shit about me doing an interview with this nigga? But you was just on the phone with this nigga last night, patty caking it up. It's just I don't understand the streets, fam. Like when you start seeing all these niggas going to jail and ride for their hoods and you know what I'm saying, killing for their hoods, repping their hoods, doing it big, and for all this shit for a few corners, and a few sidewalks, dog. And then you start to see the rules ain't even the rules no more. Like fam, the game ain't the game no more, dog. It's the whole new game. These new niggas is crazy. The fraternizing with rats is I will never understand it. But I on a moral level, bro, I can't talk to a nigga about the Lakers and I know you sent niggas to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Like, it's only one thing to talk about, and that's how you snitch. It's only one thing to talk about. That's what I'm saying. With certain motherfuckers, it ain't shit to talk about but the elephant in the room. It ain't shit to talk about but the elephant in the motherfucking room. And niggas fraternizing with snitches and rats, I'll never be okay with. I'll never be okay with that. Like, I can't talk to a nigga about no bad bitch, the bad bitch that just walked by, and I know you gave niggas football years. I can't talk to you about Russell Westbrook coming to the Lakers, and I know you a snitch. Because, nigga, I don't give a fuck about what you think about Russell Westbrook coming to the Lakers. I want to know what you think about you, motherfucker. How do you really feel about yourself? That's what I want to know. Give a fuck about pop culture with this nigga, man. I don't give a fuck about this nigga's day-to-day life. Let's talk about the nigga's day-to-day life that you sent out to Rikers. Let's talk about them niggas. Like I said, it's for a different conversation. I didn't talk about this on past episodes, but them niggas still to this day, I think them niggas is fugazi as fuck for even bringing that nigga 6ix9ine around. You can look that nigga in his eyes and tell he ain't gangster. You can. So you play a stupid game, you win a stupid reward. So it's them niggas' fault stay in jail too. But that nigga snitched. And ain't shit to talk about with no motherfucking snitch. Especially if you a nigga that claim you from the motherfucking streets. If you claim you from the streets, ain't shit to talk to a snitch about. That's just how I feel about the situation, fam. Real shit. Moving on, man. I want to keep with the whole academic shit, bro. I want to keep with the whole academic shit real fast, bro. Speaking about the whole academics, like I said, he got the whole podcast shit. He came out with a little video, him going off on Chief Keef and shit like that. He wanted Chief Keef come on his podcast and stuff like that. And he went on a whole little rant, I'm talking about he got more money than Chief Keef and shit like that. I really wanted to play it for y'all because when we sticking with the whole, what is the streets and we talk about academics and shit like that, it made me think about this one question in life. What is more important to you? Is it money or respect? Because a lot of motherfuckers, they value one more than the other. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? I like to have a little healthy mixing of the two. But it's something that Akademiks said in this clip that I want to play for y'all that I want y'all to really hear and take heed to. Let me see this shit.
80% of y'all got more money than me. Y'all bum ass niggas. I don't want Keith talking about me, period. If he don't come on my podcast, we ain't got shit to talk about. Nigga, I owe you shit. Straight up. Anybody who won't fuck with my podcast, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you shit, and we gonna keep it like that. I know what time it is when it comes to the media. Y'all gonna need me again. Y'all always gonna need me again. But the next time y'all need me, your favorite's gonna be run out. So when I hear Chief Keef, if he don't answer, bet my nigga, I don't care what project you have coming up after this nigga. That shit is clip facts. I don't need this shit, nigga. I got more money than Keith right now. That's a fact. I'll tell you that now. So I don't need that nigga. Hey, that nigga don't fuck with what I do. Bet. Keep it like that. Straight up. And that's for any rapper, any singer, anybody who's in this shit. Even goes up to the highest level, and I love that nigga. Even Drake. People who I've been using my whole career to promote, they fuck with me. And if y'all can't do that, man, fuck y'all niggas. Straight up. Oh, yeah.
All right, man. That boy mad. That boy mad. Look, man. You can have all the money in the world, bro. If niggas don't respect you, if niggas don't value you as a person, as a man, what that shit really mean, my G? Like, for real, what that shit really mean? You gotta think about it like this. I wanted to make sure I played that Akademiks clip for y'all because the Akademiks and Chief Keef story is fucking. You can't talk about one without the other, for real. You really can't. Akademiks pretty much made his name covering Chief Keef. Now, obviously, Akademiks and Tekashi 6ix9ine is cool as fuck. I just got through talking about the episode with Wack 100 and Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine put a hit out on Chief Keef. So I don't understand why he think that Chief Keef would then turn around and be cool with him and do an interview with him after you cool and just did an interview with the nigga that put a hit out or told niggas to shoot in my vicinity, in the area that I was in. That's one thing. Two, it must really hurt Akademiks' feelings to know that Chief Keef really don't fuck with him. It must really hurt that nigga feelings. Like, I would think in my position, that's probably like me if Kobe was still around. Rest in peace, Kobe. If Kobe was still around, and all my life I just been dying on that Kobe Bryant hill, but then I found out Kobe just didn't fuck with me. Like, Kobe didn't like me as a person. It will fuck around and hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't never gave a fuck about what another man thought, but it will fuck around and hurt if Kobe Bryant didn't fuck with me. Somebody who I've talked about more than any fucking body. I've defended more than any fucking body. So I can understand where Akademiks is at with that. You know what I'm saying? But he gets to talking about he got more money than Sosa, so he don't need Sosa. Yes, you do. You can have niggas don't like you, Ak. Don't nobody over the age of 20 really fuck with Akademiks. Don't nobody really do that. And I'm not even here to talk about whether or not niggas like him personally or not. But his impact on the culture compared to Chief Keef's impact on the culture is not even fucking close. Now, Akademiks one of the up and coming faces of hip hop media. Hell yeah, been like that for a while now. But don't nobody give a fuck for real, because on a personal level, niggas don't really fuck with you like that, my boy. That's obvious. I mean, you got the trolls and you got the niggas who ain't really, you know what I mean? You got a certain type of audience, but just leave it at that. You got a certain type of audience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say the shit not entertaining. I'm not going to say nigga not doing this fucking thing. But we not going to sit there and act like his impact on the culture is equivalent to Chief Keef's. We not going to do that. Chief, you can have more money than Chief Keef. The streets not going to respect you like they respect Chief Keef. Real niggas not going to respect you how they respect Chief Keef. The business that you in not going to respect you more than they respect Chief Keef. Because when it's all said and done, nigga, if there was no Chief Keef, there wouldn't be no Akademiks. That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know what he could have been doing. He could have been uploading clips, you know what I'm saying, prior to Chief Keef. He could have been doing that. But that shit wasn't popping like that Chirac coverage you was doing, my boy. We know Chief Keef is an underground legend at this point. Niggas ain't called Akademiks a legend yet. You ain't reached that status. So it's like, what in this life that motherfuckers is living, you see motherfuckers that's just chasing the bag. Or you got niggas that stand low key, that's doing shit the slow route. They ain't taking the quick path to success. Which one are you taking? Because sometimes that slow grind and doing shit the right way leads to garnishing the respect from your loved ones and your peers. But when you chasing the quick hits and you chasing the clickbait shit, you chasing the negative bullshit, that shit can skyrocket you up out of here. And you may be on top for a while, but longevity is everything. Is you gonna be on top for 5-10 years? Is you gonna be in the game for 10 years? Is you gonna be relevant for 10 years? Those are real questions, and that's not even about academics anymore. That's just about period. What's more important to you, the money or the respect? Because you can look at it like motherfuckers that, like I said, you got motherfuckers that do the shit that they know gonna be an instant success. You got the motherfuckers that's trying to go viral. You doing the motherfuckers who chasing the moment. That shit, yeah, you're gonna get some money in that. It's always some monetary value in that shit. But what do you value more, that money, or do you value the motherfuckers that's actually respecting you? Do you value the motherfuckers that's coming to you for you? Do you value the motherfuckers that's fucking with you as a person, who fuck with you on a moral level? Like I said, it's a healthy mix of both for me. Like I said, respect don't pay bills. You know what I'm saying? Respect don't pay bills. Legacy don't pay bills, in the wise words of Floyd Mayweather. But if I can have a little bit of money and a little bit of respect too, I'll be okay with that. I just think it's corny as fuck for academics to be bringing up money in this situation because a nigga hurt his feelings. That was really the number one thing I seen from that clip. It's really fucking funny to see academics that butthurt over Chief Keef not fucking him and leaving him on red. Like I said, it's funny on a level where you don't understand why academics would think that Chief Keef would turn around and be cool with him after he's butt buddies with a nigga that told niggas to shoot at Sosa. I don't know why he thought that was okay. That's just the part that I just don't understand why he thought was okay. But even besides that, it's like you do so much corny nigga shit that you can't be surprised when real niggas don't fuck with you. You can't. Like, maybe you thought you was more lit than you actually were. Maybe you did. But that's just a reminder that niggas don't fuck with you like that. And the nigga that you was supporting your whole career, the nigga that you was putting on your whole career, the nigga that you made X amount of dollars off of, he don't fuck with you, bro. That gotta hurt. It gotta motherfucking hurt, bro. Real shit. It gotta hurt. Moving on, man. What we got in this month before we wrap this podcast up, bro? We talked about academics. We talked about Wack 100. We talked about what is the motherfucking me streets in general. You know what, home, man. We gotta get into Brittany Renner before we wrap this motherfucker up, man. This bitch just hit the lotto. This bitch just hit the Powerball on some shit, man. We gotta get to Brittany Renner, man. Brittany Renner. You know, before I even start, man, I come on this podcast, bro. It's certain shit I try to avoid talking about. You know what I'm saying? I try to avoid talking about people's family situation because you never truly know what's going on behind closed doors. In this situation, we know exactly what the fuck is going on behind them closed doors. If you don't know, Brittany Renner, she basically just inked a $43.2 million max contract with the PJ Washington dumbasses. With the PJ Washington dumbasses, bro. She just signed a $43.2 million max contract. This bitch getting paid more than THT. More than motherfucking Alex Caruso. Now, the whole Brittany Renner, PJ Washington shit, man, she was like 20, in her mid-20s. He was like 17. She was preying on that nigga. Let's just call it what it was, bro. If the shoe was on the other foot, motherfuckers be saying that he was preying on her. She was a grown-ass woman preying on a young and up-and-coming basketball player who had some promise to make it to the league and promised to get that bag. And that's what she did. Everybody in the world knew that's what she was doing, besides PJ Washington. Now, granted, nigga was 17 years old, sleeping with some famous pussy. Brittany Renner was famous. He coming up in that social media world. She big on Instagram and shit like that. So he's just happy he knocking that shit. That's just what it was. He didn't give a fuck how he was getting it, when he was getting it, or why he was getting it. That nigga just knew he was getting it. Yeah, he was getting a bundle of it. You know what I'm saying? But they ended up getting married. He got her pregnant. Shrek 1 and 2. No, that's Shrek 3, because Shrek 1 was cuffing the bitch. I gotta be honest with you. I don't give a fuck how fine you think a motherfucker is. When you know that she's selling that shit, when you know she got a book, a tell-all book of sucking and fucking any nigga that got a bag, how can you turn around and wife that bitch? This ain't 10 years removed. This ain't even 5 years removed. He literally started wifing this bitch as soon as this bitch had the New York's bestseller. Like the shit is crazy to me. Like this, it's just crazy. Where is his OGs, fam? Like, where do niggas OGs be? Where do niggas uncles, big cousins? Where is niggas fathers? Like, where is your mama at? Your mama didn't tell you this was a bad idea? Like, it blows my mind if this situation got as far as it did. But like I said, they ended up getting married. He ended up having a baby. And 2 weeks after the baby was born, 2 long, drawn out, bloodbath filled weeks. 2 measly ass weeks after she gave birth to this nigga baby, she filed for divorce. Now, he's set to pay her $200,000 a month in child support. I told y'all on past episodes how I feel about this whole child support and marriage shit. It's gonna take some shit to change for Hatch to start running those type of races. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not getting married until they start changing some rules. This child support shit is beyond me. This bitch didn't support this baby for shit, but 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We don't even know if those 2 weeks was on her own. She had that baby for 2 weeks. And she getting $200K a month from a nigga that she was married with. It wasn't like he knocked her up and left. He was with the bitch. And yes, I'm calling her a bitch. I'm sorry, PJ. Somebody gotta say it because you ain't gonna say it. But it's like she divorced this nigga 2 weeks after the baby was born. He gotta give her $200K a month in child support. I don't think niggas understand. PJ Washington's only set to make $4.2 million next season. He's still on his rookie deal. He's set to owe her way more money than he's gonna see at this point in time. He, like I said, now granted, the way money in the NBA is going, he gonna make that $43.2 million. PJ Washington is a solid player, but that's barring no injuries. What if he get hurt? Knock on wood for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wishing on nobody, but I just seen some shit what Jalen Rose said. Every year, 25% of the league don't return. Every fucking NBA season, 25% of the league won't return to the NBA. I didn't even know that shit. So to think that PJ Washington is only set to make $4.2 million next season, he already in the back of his mind know $43.2 million of his money that's coming into his future is gonna be going to this bitch. That's off top. That's off top, bro. That ain't no moving around. That's off top. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking wild. I looked at this nigga net worth. His net worth is only $500K. His net worth is only $500,000, and he gotta pay this bitch $200K a month for a fucking newborn baby? Okay. Like, where was his OGs at? Like, I just don't, man. It's sad, bro. Like, it's sad when you see a woman get away with some predator type behavior and get rewarded with that shit. Predator type behavior and getting rewarded with that shit. She preyed on this nigga when he was a fucking minor, a youth. She preyed on this nigga. Had this nigga baby and divorced this nigga 2 weeks later just to get the bag. Now it comes a certain point in time, it's like the whole Black China and Rob Kardashian shit, where it's like, nigga, when you see a fool, you play their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the whole world telling you this is going on, nigga, everybody not lying on you. Everybody not lying, my nigga. And this bitch just got 43. She look at that. I went on her page, bro. And maybe I'm wrong for saying this, bro, but I don't give a fuck. I gotta say it. She got $43 million. She all right. I went on her page, and you never want to question a mother's love for their child. You never want to do that. And I don't even want to do that in this situation because, I mean, she carried that baby for, 9 months, presumably, and she gave birth to that. That's the hardest thing in the world anybody could do. You know what I mean? A woman giving birth is number one. But it's like, I can't help but think when she look at that baby, dog, she don't look at the shitty Pampers. She don't think about the sleepless nights. She don't think about the cravings when she was pregnant. She don't think about the celery and peanut butter, the banana and peanut. She don't think about that shit, man. That bitch thinking of $43.2 million. That bitch look at that baby as a bag, my boy. Like, she ain't nothing loving about that baby in her eyes, bro. She see Blue Benjamin. That bitch is seeing Blue Hundreds when she look at that damn baby, man. Real talk, dog. It's sad, man. It's really some sad shit that still is allowed in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always talking about the whole double standard shit. To me, this always falls in that. To me, it's just like the financial part of the double standard. It's some wild shit in this world we gotta fix on both ends, dog. Like, it's some wild shit. Like, there's no way in hell she should be able to divorce a nigga 2 weeks after giving birth and get 200 fucking K a month. $43.2 million. 200K a month for 18 years is $43.2 million. She getting that just from sucking it because she sucked and fucked the nigga, bro. It's some wild shit. That's some wild ass shit, bro. I don't even want to keep talking about that shit because I just feel weird talking about another nigga's family. But it's like that family was built on false pretenses. That family was built off lies and scandal, off predatory behavior. And that motherfucker gonna be laying on a bed of $43 million. I just hope and pray that PJ Washington's career is long. I hope it's long, and I hope it's fucking very lucrative. You know what I mean? I hope he get the biggest endorsement checks ever. So where this $43 million, he don't even see this shit. Now, I don't know, unless you on some Dennis Schroeder shit, you should be okay. But I would think a nigga gonna see a $43 million just leave. Nigga gonna see that every motherfucking year. He gonna see it on his tax rollout every year and be pissed off and see that 2.5 just gone. He gonna be pissed off. That's a fact. But I just hope he got a very lucrative, successful fucking NBA career, bro. Because this hoe just got this nigga for $43 million, bro. Real shit. Real fucking shit. Moving on, man. Let's go ahead and get into the quick hitters before we wrap the podcast up, man. As I was flipping through, the NBA Summer League, right now it's NBA Summer League out there in Vegas. And you got all the young talent coming in. You got the Cade Cunningham's, the Jalen Greens, the Josh Christophers. You got the Mac McClungs, so you got the Reeves cat. You got all these young players, all these young ballers out there right now. You got LiAngelo Ball out there for Charlotte. That's what Summer League is all about. The future of the league. Niggas that's trying to make it and niggas that's just trying to develop themselves. I came across the Portland Trail Blazers Summer League game. And I'm high. I'm barely paying attention and shit like that. And I was watching, I'm like, damn, bro, that nigga look like Kenneth Reed. and I remember like within the season, I was asking myself, where's Kenneth Reed? Like, you just out of nowhere, you think of niggas that just you shouldn't be thinking about. Like, I was like, yo, where's Kenneth Reed? Like, should he still be on somebody's roster? Like, you would think like Kenneth Reed, every team needs a nigga that just energy. And that's all Kenneth Reed was just a high energy player. He was Montrezl Harrell, but less vicious. You know what I'm saying? Less vicious and less talented. Let's just keep it a buck. But he was a energy guy, and every contending team needs that. So as I'm watching the Portland Trail Blazers Summer League, you all talking about the whole Damian Lillard shit. You know what I'm saying? How he should really want out because they not doing shit right for that man. They not bringing in no talent, none of that. As I'm saying, that look like Kenneth Faried. The announcers say that's Kenneth Faried. So as I'm thinking, like, yo, Kenneth Faried is a vet. At a certain point in time, ain't it disrespectful to have veteran fucking players in the summer league? Like, Kenneth Faried is a proven player and an established player. He is what he is type shit. You're not going to learn nothing from Kenneth Faried in the summer league. So when I think about how they playing with Dame, how, and I just think about the Lakers. Like, the Lakers wouldn't do no shit like that. Like, a top-tier franchise, you're not putting niggas like Kenneth Faried in the summer league. Either you're going to bring a nigga on the team or you not. Either you're going to bring in a training camp or you not. So as I see Kenneth Faried out there getting dunked on by some, I don't even know who the fuck it was, but he got dunked on something vicious. And then I look down a few plays later, and they got Michael Beasley out there too. That's Michael motherfucking Beasley, former number 2 draft pick in the NBA. Michael Beasley was just on the Lakers, 3 years ago? And he's on the Portland Trail Blazers Summer League team? And like, maybe it ain't a big thing to y'all. Maybe y'all listen to it like, okay, hash the niggas on the Summer League. To me, it's bigger than that. It's simple fact that the Portland Trail Blazers, they going through this rift with Damian Lillard. Either he finna demand a trade or he finna just get Chauncey Billups a few months to a year to see if this shit gonna work out or not. And then he gonna be asking out that motherfucker. When you think about how Portland Trail Blazers team has gotten worse and worse over the last couple years, you think about how they don't have any flexibility to bring any players in. You think about all that shit, right? And I'm not saying Michael Beasley and Kenneth Faried are the players that's going to change Portland's fortunes, but it just, to me, it shines light on how they treat their players. It shines light on how they move as an organization, period. Because like I said, bro, I don't give a fuck what niggas say about the Lakers, but Lakers take care of their players, bro. And I ain't never heard niggas say shit grimy about the Lakers, period. To me, if you a veteran proven a commodity in this league, you should not be in the summer league out there with 20-year-olds. So when shit like what happened to Kenneth Faried happen, it don't diminish you. Because if you Kenneth Faried trying to come back into the motherfucking league, trying to establish yourself, trying to put some food on the table for your kids, and then you go, they put you in the summer league, and you go out there and you got your ass posterized the way he got posterized, that shit don't look good. Niggas they gonna say you can't protect the rim. Niggas gonna say you can't rotate over. You too slow your feet too slow now. That's what they gonna say. But to me, it shines light on the organization as a whole, because why is these proven commodities out there with these young stallions? Why is that the case? If you're gonna bring them niggas on the training camp or you not, my nigga. And it just made me think like Portland Trail Blazers got a lot of fucking nerve to be having veterans out there in the summer league to make they team. It's some wild shit. It's some wild ass shit. I was thinking quick. I want to talk about Jason Kidd, bro. With Jason Kidd, I've been hearing a lot of Jason Kidd talk lately. This whole Russell Westbrook shit. With the whole Carmelo and all these old niggas, quote unquote old niggas coming to the Lakers. They talking about how they rings won't do much for their legacy, the same way Jason Kidd's ring didn't do much for his legacy. Now, I remember when J. Kidd won his ring in 2011 with the Dallas Mavericks. I remember Jason Kidd taking the New Jersey Nets to 2 finals back-to-back, lost to the Lakers and the Spurs. I've never heard anybody diminish Jason Kidd's ring until now. I'm just be real with you. I've never heard anybody rant and rave about that nigga's ring, because they always say, Dirk ring, because Dirk was the MVP. But I've never heard nobody shit on Jason Kidd's ring. Like, instantly when I'm seeing all these people with Max Kellermans and all these other analysts on TV, primarily Max Kellerman, but when you hear them talk about how Jason Kidd ring with Dallas really didn't do shit for his legacy, it didn't mean shit, Like, I'm just like, damn. Like, that's when I start hearing Cube in my voice, like, here's what they think about you. Or is that the one, either Cube or Dr. J, one of them niggas, here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about you. Like, they like, if I'm Jason Kidd, he probably sitting up like, well, goddamn. Like, well, fuck y'all too then. Because I've never heard nobody shit on Jason Kidd's career. I've never heard nobody shit on his ring, his accolades. I've never heard that shit until now. Like, when did the Dallas Mavericks wouldn't have won that ring if Jason Kidd wasn't on that team. Like, I remember this shit. Like, he wasn't the star. It was Dirt. It was Dirt. Then it was JJ Barrera, who was the second most important nigga, because he came in lighting them the heat ass up. Jason Terry was out there doing this thing. Karan Butler got hurt, I believe. He was hurt. He didn't play. But Jason Kidd was hella important. Tyson Chandler was hella important. So it's like now when motherfuckers got that recency bias, and as time goes on, man, motherfuckers will tell you how they truly feel about you. Because if I'm Jason Kidd, fam, like, well, God, what the fuck did I do? If I'm Jason Kidd, I'm like, what the fuck did I do? So where now all of a sudden 10 years later, my ring don't mean shit. Like my ring didn't do shit for my legacy. That's some wild ass shit. Real shit, man. Also, man, Isaiah Thomas. Shout out to Isaiah Thomas. He dropped 81 points in a Pro-Am game. Right after dropping 60 points in the Pro-Am game. He on this comeback tour. He trying to get back into the league. I seen some reports that the Lakers were trying to look into signing him. I wouldn't like that signing just because he's too small, fam. Like, at this point in time, go get Avery Bradley, bro. I'd rather them go get Avery Bradley than go get Isaiah Thomas. Be honest with you. If Isaiah Thomas is Isaiah Thomas, the nigga that was in, the MVP candidate, the nigga could be a steal because he's gonna sign a vet minimum deal. He's not gonna sign a big lucrative ass contract, but I just don't want to risk that. You know what I mean? I hope he gets picked up. You know, as they said, the Celtics might sign him back for a Celtics reunion. That'd be pretty cool, but I just don't think that. I don't think the Lakers should really do it, but they are talking about that. There are some talks about the Lakers maybe picking up Isaiah Thomas. He looked good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? His face got back skinny. You know what I mean? That was a big thing I talked about on past episodes, bro. When short niggas' face gets skinny, bro. I mean, when short niggas' faces start to get the fat, that's when they out their prime. And his face is he back skinny, bro. Like, his face is back skinny. He look good. Like, he don't got the quagmire going on. So he out there looking good. Yeah, he say 100%. He just dropped 81, like I said. I saw the highlights. The nigga looked damn good to me. But the Pro-Am and the NBA is two different things, man. That Pro-Am game compared to that NBA game, two different things, man. As different type of pressure on the body. That's 82 games in the season, and that's against the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he gets into the league, but I'm not expecting him to go crazy when he gets to the league. I'm expecting him to get in, some marginal minutes at best, just to start off at least, and then to work his way up from there. But it is good to see that Isaiah Thomas is looking like Isaiah Thomas in a way again. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain niggas in you come across in sports that you fuck with them on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? And I never felt like that until, the tragedy that he had to endure with his sister passing away. Before that, you always kind of fuck with him because he was short. He was the shortest nigga in the league going crazy. So you always kind of fuck with the little nigga. You know what I'm saying? You always do. But once he had that tragedy go down, that's when I started to really just see the lion heart in him, see the dog in him, and see that certain niggas is built different. And that's the one thing that I leaned on when the whole Sha'Carri Richardson shit came out. Like, everybody was talking about how she lost her mom and she resorted to the weed and light and shit like that. And like I said, I send my condolences to her family and to her because I didn't know she found out from a report that her mom had died. That's fucked up. That's some fucked up shit. But I always say, man, when you're a professional athlete, we've seen too many cases like the Isaiah Thomas situation to where, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas lose family members. Niggas lose their close ones to them, and they go out there and channel all that energy into their performance. They dedicate the performance to that person. They dedicate that season to that person. We seen the Jordan winning a chip. We seen him crying for his pops and shit like that. We seen this stuff over and over and over again. So that's why when it came to Sha'Carri Richardson, I wasn't mad that she was kicked out the Olympics. Is the rules some bullshit? Yeah, the rules some bullshit. But the rules is the rules, fam. You show empathy and sympathy for her losing her parent, and then you move on. You got to get ready for 2024 at this point. Like, the rules is the rules. You chose to miss the Olympics once you sparked that blunt. That's just the real. That's as real as I can be with you. Now, is it fucked up? Yeah, it's fucked up, but I'm not gonna feel bad for you once you start getting high. Because you knew the rule. You knew what the fuck you was risking. So that's why when I think about Isaiah Thomas, I instantly think about that. And it's just you gain more respect. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you respect Sha'Carri any less or anything like that, but it's only a positive. It's only a plus at this point. Once motherfuckers know what you out there battling, what you enduring, and what you going through, and you still able to perform at a high level. It's only a positive. We all know that shit. Moving on, last one before I wrap this podcast up, man. The last one, man. I came on here last week and I talked about how happy I was that Rob Pelinka got rid of Kyle Kuzma, fam. I've been happy as fuck ever since. I've been sleeping better. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing my push-ups. All that shit. Kuzma came out, was it the undefeated or uninterrupted, undefeated? One of them niggas. No, man. He had wrote a letter to Lakers fans. I found myself reading it, the first paragraph of that shit, man. I had to stop. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing? This is Kyle Kuzma. The simple fact that Kyle Kuzma wrote a letter to Lakers fans, fam. It's just certain niggas that really grind my gears, dog. Like, he one of them niggas, bro. When he exit and he leaving the room, you don't need to get nobody attention. You need to say pieces and buys. You need to say your buys and shit when niggas is having conversation, when niggas ain't really paying attention to you. Don't write me no motherfucking letter talking about the good times you had with us. Don't nobody give a fuck about Kyle Kuzma good times. Because they weren't good times for us, motherfucker. Every good moment Kyle Kuzma talked about, I hated. I hated them motherfucking moments, man. Real shit. I'm being honest with you, motherfucker. I hated that shit. He get to talking about when he first got drafted by the Lakers. The first thing he thought of, I gotta meet Kobe. Look, I'm not saying I wouldn't have thought the same thing, but if I'm a second round draft pick, that's not the first thing on my mind, bro. I'm being honest with you. The first thing on my mind, being an avid Kobe fan, avid Laker purple and gold, bleeding purple and gold, avid Laker fan all my life. A nigga that knows Kobe, I'm showing up to Kobe when I didn't put in some work. I'm putting in my work and having Kobe come talk to me. I'm not calling niggas as soon as I get drafted saying I gotta meet Kobe. And that's what Kuzma did. Kuzma's a man. Look, like, dog, that shit, it really, reading that shit pissed me off, man, because it's that told me everything. That alone says everything about Kyle Kuzma. A nigga that just think he just way bigger than what he truly fucking is. And that's why it never worked out. If Kuzma just had his hard hat and just came to work, did his thing, niggas would be A-okay with Kyle Kuzma. Niggas love Luke Walton more than they love Kyle Kuzma. Think about that shit. Think about that. Niggas love Luke Walton's stint with the Lakers more than they love Kyle Kuzma's stint with the Lakers. That says a fucking lot. Like, that says a lot. Because Luke just came to work and did his thing. Kyle Kuzma got to wear all the fancy-ass clothes, try and get all the attention. He got to take dumb-ass shots. He got to be stupid as fuck on the court. He got to want to meet Kobe. Like, it's just a lot of annoying shit attached with Kyle Kuzma, bro. I am just so happy that he's not on my team, on the Lakers team no more. I don't have to see this nigga play basketball no more. I don't have to see shit. Like, I'm really so happy. It's going to be a rude awakening for that nigga once he realizes that he's in Detroit. No, I'm saying he's in Washington. He's in Washington, and he's not going to be able to fuck nine of them bitches. And he was fucking when he was on the Lakers. It's going to be a rude motherfucking awakening, bro. And if it happened to Blake Griffin, I know it's going to happen to Kyle Kuzma. As soon as Bay Griffin got traded to Detroit, that's when you start seeing Kendall Jenner fucking with Devin Booker. That's when you start seeing her fucking with Ben Simmons and shit. Hell, she even fuck with Kyle Kuzma after that. It's going to be a rude motherfucking awakening for Kyle Kuzma when he realized that life is totally different when he's not going to be on the Lakers, fam. Because that nigga, man, that shit, man. It's just certain niggas I just don't like, dog. Like, niggas know I don't like Kevin Durant, but Kuzma is a close second, dog. Because it's just certain niggas that just do the most. Just do the most, and they performance and production don't match it, and that shit really pisses me off, bro. I'm be honest, man. Kuzma one of them niggas. If I saw in real life, I'd fuck around to put hands on him just to say I did it, just to say I did that shit, man. Real shit. But shit, man. That's all I got for you guys this week, man. It's a little light, fun episode this week, man. Wasn't really much that shit happened this past week. But I want to come over here this weekend and just chop it up with the people, man, the friends of the show. I want to say shout out to everybody supporting the podcast on all platforms: Google Podcasts, Audio, Mac, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you're watching us on YouTube at the Until FN YouTube channel, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment, fuck with the kid, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Let's keep building this empire brick by brick. And like I said, man, you know I give it up every motherfucking week, dog. It's all love these ways. Never let them sidetrack you with the bullshit. Always keep the main thing. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay sane. And I'll holler at y'all next week, man. I'm out this motherfucker. Peace. That nigga Kuzma, dog. Real shit, man. That nigga's a whole bitch in these streets, man.